A very good afternoon. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. And first up, we've got some big news coming in. The Sensex flies over 600 points on no cue. The Sensex hits a new lifetime high of 22,956. Experts say it is the Narendra Modi show at the Dalal Street. So once again, it looks like sentiments are boosting the Sensex here, as it has gone over 600 points at a lifetime high of 22,956 points. Now, experts have gone on to state that it seems like the Modi wave may just have hit Dalal Street and that it is a Narendra Modi show of sorts. So once again, some good news from the markets there, as Dalal Street has hit a new lifetime high. The party on the street seems to have started earlier than anticipated, with the benchmark Sensex soaring more than 600 points in intraday trade. And hopefully at the end of the day, we'll see it hitting an all-time high. But as of now, it's a new lifetime high. And according to experts, it could be because of Narendra Modi. And definitely looks like sentiments once again are affecting the Sensex. My colleague Arun joins us over the phone lines with more information. Arun, definitely looks like once again, just a few days before the results are announced, once again sentiments are ruling the Sensex.
That's right, Akshita. Usually they say that the stock market runs ahead of any event or eventuality, and that's what seems to be happening at this point of time, with the Sensex up 600 points. The Nifty, in fact, has been the third best performing index across the globe. Mark the word, across the globe. The Nifty has been the third best performing stock market index, and it's been the best performing index since September 19th in terms of intraday gains. As we speak, the Sensex is clearly up 592 points. A lot of buying is seen in beaten down sectors, particularly banking and cement. Why is cement suddenly in focus? Because of the fact that they expect the NDA government, headed by BJP's Prime Ministerial candidate Narendra Modi, to come to power and announce a set of projects and policies which are aimed at kick-starting the economy. And if you're going to have big projects being kick-started, that means there will be a huge demand for cement, and that's the reason why cement companies are in focus. And that positive cheer also seems to have even rubbed on the IPO listing of today, that is Wonderla, which is an amusement park. So it's quite amusing to see a lot of positive vibes as far as the market is concerned. But the most important factor, Akshita, would be what happens not on May 16th. May 16th is the day of counting, but what happens on May 13th? Thankfully enough, May 13th is not Friday. It's not Friday the 13th, but it will be the beginning of the week. That is the day. May 13th will be the all-important day, because that will be the day on which your opinion polls indicating who is likely to form the next government will be coming out as we speak. In fact, one foreign brokerage, CLSA, has said 84% of the people whom they have polled have indicated that Narendra Modi will be the next Prime Minister of the country. In fact, the number of people who have voted for BJP getting more than 240 seats is slightly less. It's around 53% of the people polled. So clearly a lot of positive vibes, but remember, markets are markets, and if there is any kind of even a whimper of deviation, it can literally see the markets melt down. You could have a huge crisis on the hand if anything goes against the established thought process that we will have the NDA-led BJP government in place and that Narendra Modi will be the next Prime Minister, Akshita.
Right, Arun, but of course, to explain it further, to break it down, exactly how is Narendra Modi, or politics for that matter, affecting Dalal Street? How can it have such a huge impact on Dalal Street? Because at the end of the day, we're talking about predictions.
Akshita, one basic reason is perhaps either because of the fact that he comes from Gujarat, which is a forward-thinking, industrialized, business-oriented state, or is it because of the kind of policies that he has adopted in Gujarat, which has made it a leading industrialized state in the country? There is a lot of hope riding on Narendra Modi's belief that he will be the messiah, he will be the man who has got the tonic which will boost the economic prosperity and well-being of the country. So that is what is driving the markets. In fact, the reason why the markets are also giving a thumbs up is the fact that he is considered to be, or rather the BJP and the NDA is considered to be a pro-business kind of a confederation, alignment. It is supposed to kickstart the economy. It has got policies in place which will help to kickstart the economy, etc. Akshita, let me just deviate a minute. As I said a little bit earlier, the Nifty was, I said earlier, it was the third best performing index. Now we've moved to number 2 spot. So globally today, Nifty is the second best performing stock market index anywhere in the globe. That said, there is a lot of expectation riding on Narendra Modi. So if there is going to be an opinion poll which says that BJP may not get that magic number of 240, 250, whatever it be, and it may fall short, or that there could be a change in the alignment and that probably the UPA too could come into play, then you could see a major meltdown as far as the market is concerned. That's the reason why many of the stock analysts are telling the investors to stay on the sidelines, not to jump into this market, not to go on a frenzy buying stocks in the expectation that markets will rally post May 16. So you will have to wait and watch. Unfortunately enough, as far as the currency market is concerned, Akshita, things are not going in favor of the currency market. The rupee, which had touched a 1-month high, has in fact retracted. It's close to 60 once again. But the psychologically important mark for the rupee would have been 59.60 because that was considered to be a very strong resistance. It's not been able to breach that. As we speak, it's at 59.99. So clearly the rupee is showing some signs of weakness, but the Sensex and the Nifty are on literally on steroids. They are really galloping as we speak, Akshita.
Right, Arun, thank you so much for joining us with all those details about great news from the Wall Street there. Once again, fueled by sentiments, it has gone ahead and become the second best performing stock market in the world. And while putting all speculations to rest, the centre today told the Supreme Court that it is not investigating Snoopgate or the alleged spying on a woman in Narendra Modi's Gujarat. The woman, an architect and her father, had petitioned the Supreme Court against investigations by the centre and the Gujarat government into whether the surveillance was ordered by Modi, saying it would violate their privacy. After the centre's assertion, the court asked them to move the Gujarat High Court as only a state panel was inquiring into the scandal. But now the centre itself has gone ahead and intervened and told the Supreme Court that it will not be continuing with its probe. But this, in all likelihood, was also keeping in mind the fact that within the UPA itself, there were a few questions on whether an inquiry commission should be set up just a few days before the counting takes place. So now the centre has gone ahead and told the Supreme Court that there will be no probe into the Snoopgate scandal. This is also keeping in mind that the woman, the victim in this alleged case, has also moved to the Supreme Court, pleading that this case not be tracked, considering that it will breach her privacy. The Supreme Court, on its hand, had asked these petitioners to move the Gujarat High Court, keeping in mind that it is the state of Gujarat which is going ahead and investigating this particular scandal, and it's not the centre. So, of course, while the centre is not going to intervene, we'll have to wait and watch to see if the Gujarat government also goes ahead and drops its probe once the petitioners move the Gujarat High Court. My colleague Nishita joins us over the phone lines with more information. A big breather there, Nishita, for Modi as well as Amit Shah.
That's right. Let's not forget that the family members of this girl in question had approached the courts a few days back, but today but Tuesday itself, in fact, the girl had come out and stated that she was happy that the surveillance officials were following her around and were ensuring her safety. This gave us a huge breather to Narendra Modi as well as Amit Shah. And today, with the centre telling Supreme Court that it will not be investigating Snoopgate, it will not be investigating Snoopgate, it has come as good news for the BJP as well as for the Congress, we can say, as the Congress had come under severe criticism for its move. This development came just a few days back, Akshata, when the Congress had gone on to say that they will be appointing a retired judge to head the Snoopgate Commission to look into the allegations against BJP's prime ministerial candidate. And this will happen before the 16th of May, that is, before the new government will be formed. Well, on one hand, the BJP had claimed that the Congress government had no moral or constitutional authority to do that. On the other hand, the Congress had asked the BJP to go back to its law books and take a look, as they were very much equipped to do something like this before the next government is formed. So it was a new tussle that had brewed between the BJP and the Congress. Just a few days back, again, the Congress, there were sources that had suggested that the Congress was thinking of backtracking on its decision to appoint a retired judge to head the Snoopgate Commission, as its own allies, which included the National Conference as well as the Nationalist Congress Party, had opposed to their move of wanting to appoint a retired judge at this juncture, when it is the last few days, which many termed as the dying days of the UPA government.